WordPress plugins. While the theme customizes the look of your site, WordPress plugins extends what WordPress can do. Similar to themes, there are thousands of plugins, and each one does something different. You can have a plugin for a powerful way to showcase images in a gallery, or you could have a plugin that turns WordPress into a powerful e-commerce site, or maybe a directory, or a membership site. Some have smaller, more specific functionality, such as enable contact forms on your website, or something where you can enable giveaways or raffles to increase the participation of your visitors. Or if you have a recipe website, there are special plugins to format recipes. Just be aware that each active plugin on your website will have to load when someone visits your page, which means that there will be a slight performance hit for each plugin used. So only use the ones that are absolutely necessary to your site. Let's get into those plugins that I use for every new affiliate site. We're going to use Kismet, which is the blog comment spam blocker, which is default on your installation. Yoast SEO. You could also use all-in-one SEO or platinum SEO. This is for your on-site search engine optimization, like your title tag and your meta description. Yoast also has XML sitemaps built in to submit your content to Google, and this is a special file which you submit to Google so they could better search through and catalog your website. Okay, and finally we have WP Supercache. This speeds up your website by saving content as a static HTML page. So when a visitor first comes, the page is created, and when second and subsequent visitors come, the page is already created, so it loads up faster. WP Fastest Cache is also a competing plugin, and it's great as well. So to install plugins, you would go to Plugins and Add New. So first on our list was Akismet, which should already be there. So we can go install plugins. And these are by default already installed. So you just have to activate it. So we click there. Okay, and to do that, you do need to set up an account, but it's free. And it's part of WordPress, so if you have a WordPress account, you can log in using that. Okay, and they do ask for money per month, but you could just say you don't have ads, you don't sell products, you don't promote a business, your first name, last name, and your personal site. And then you can continue, and you'll get an API key in your email. So once you get that, then you just enter it there, connect with your key, and you're all set. So I connected with API key, and you don't really need to use this. All it does is block your website from spam comments, and there's always like spam bots drifting around the internet looking for WordPress sites to place spam comments on. So if you don't use Akismet, all it does is a whole bunch of spam messages will start showing up pretty surprisingly soon after you publish your site. And they won't be published because you'll have set, you can go right here under discussion, and make sure this is checked. Comment must be manually approved. So then nothing will be published until you manually approve it. Okay, and even if you forget to check it, WordPress still won't automatically publish a spam comment because it says hold a comment in the queue if it contains 2 or more links, which is a common characteristic of comment spam. So it'll be held in moderation anyway, which you can then check and delete at your leisure. But I do like having comments in general on my site because real comments from real people add discussion, add value, and add new content to my posts. Say you publish a new post with good content and a couple people comment on it, what Google will do is they will come back to your article, say, hey, there's more content here, because they now read the blog comments on it, and they will then recategorize your article, hopefully to be higher in the search engines. All right, so the next plugin is the SEO plugin we're going to use. So go back to plugins, click Add New. Okay, and over here, type in Yoast. And here it is right here. So you just click Install Now. And click Activate. Okay, once that's done, you'll see a new menu button called SEO. You can click on General. Okay, once you get here, you have a configuration wizard you can go through. And the neat thing is with Yoast is that almost everything's already set up for you, so there's not much you really need to do. So you just have option A or B. My site is live and ready to be indexed. Click Next. You can say it's a blog. Okay, you could add this information, so your Facebook, if you have a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. We don't have any of that right now. Yeah, I'll just keep it like that. Doesn't really matter much. Search engine visibility, definitely yes and yes. That's up to you. I would say no. But we can get into this in the next section. You could have guest authors and stuff like that. Let's actually say yes. You could change these configuration changes later as well. Okay, title settings, so the website name followed by the title separator. So every post and page will be like this, and then the page name is what we're going to do. You don't actually type that in because then it'll actually say baby so close page name. You don't want that. So just leave it like this. Okay, and that's it, because now it's going to try to upsell you. You don't need that. And you're done. Okay, and the final screen previous, you could look at some videos to see how it works a little more. But let's get on to the next plugin. So that was Super Cache. So again, add new. All right, and here it is right here. So you can click Install Now and activate. Okay, and sometimes, here it is. Depending on the plugin, sometimes you have to search where the options are. So while Yoast SEO has their own button, the Super Cache is in the settings. So WP Super Cache right here. Okay, so what you'll want to do is have the caching on. Click the update status. And there's not many features we really need to worry about. We just enable it, which it already is. Simple's fine. Okay, disable caching for logged in visitors. Make sure that's checked so that when you look at the site yourself and make a change, you'll be able to see it right away. Otherwise, if you say enable caching for all visitors, then even when you make a change, you will see the old page because that's the one that's cached in your browser. So keep that checked. That's good. Say clear all cache when a post or page is published or updated. And I think that's really about it. So just click Update Status. If you need to know more about these settings, you can go to the plugin homepage where they give a good explanation of what everything is. So you just look down here. But basically what it does is just makes your site a little bit faster by having pages that have been visited by people saved on the server. All right, so as we continue working on our site, we'll add one or two more plugins, but that'll be later on. For now, we're complete and we can start working on the content.